So welcome back. So today I'm going to talk around prediction and forecasting. So this is one of the really good things that we can get to help improve our mental strength and resilience is, as I've spoken about previously, once we get familiarity, then it can overcome some of the fears of the unknown. Once we understand how to do things and we understand that a lot of our negative thoughts never actually come to fruition, then we can start to move forward. And one of the other things that goes along with all these is our ability to predict or forecast what's going to happen. So forecasting or prediction is very much another one of our basic survival or our basic instinctual things that we do, and most of it's done at a real subconscious level. So when I talk back and I'll sort of go back into some of the military stuff, and I've spoken previously around moving towards ambushes and the anticipation or the sort of negative thought processes that you can have when you're moving into these sort of things, because here the fear of the unknown creates these negative thoughts because you don't know whether there's an enemy in wait for you around the next corner, you don't know whether there's someone waiting for you in the bushes ahead, you don't know whether there's someone up ahead who is about to target you as an individual directly, and whether they're waiting for you. So it's easy to generate these negative thoughts. So a part of that is we go into this prediction process where we start to think, okay, if there is somebody out there waiting for me and they target me directly or they engage me directly, we start to run these little stories or sort of run little mental models in our head of what's going to happen or what that looks like. And we can either run these negatively as to the negative outcomes that could happen, or we can go the other way and we can start to think about, if there is somebody up there and they miss me, what can I do? So you can start to predict what you can do each time one of these actions goes out. And you might run 1,000 of these little predictions in a very short period, or hundreds of these little predictions. And when something happens, you will choose the most appropriate action. So you'll run these predictions, you choose the most appropriate action, and that's what you go ahead with. And a lot of times this is how we react in certain ways or how we respond in certain ways, because we've got a set reaction that's worked in the past and we use that as our model for prediction when we come into the future. So when we have more time, we can have longer to predict, react, and kind of choose the appropriate reaction that we want. In a very short time, we use predictions and reactions based on what we've previously done. So when I speak about preparation, you can start to understand how preparation allows us to choose the right or most appropriate response from our very quick predictions that we run, and then how it informs the way that we predict our outcomes based on the preparation that we've done. So a lot of what we do, and we go through this pretty much all day in everything we do, is that we start to predict what's going to happen in the outcome, because we want to avoid that fear of the unknown, and the best way to avoid that fear of the unknown is to forecast and predict as accurately as we can what is waiting for us and what outcomes are available to us, or what responses are available to us and what outcomes they provide us. So the more experiences that we get, the more models for prediction that we can use in these relevant environments. So that's why I talk about go and get a lot of experience, because that increases the amount of models you've got to use for your prediction. It increases the number of responses available to you, and it increases your chances of getting the right response. So when you do encounter something new, if you've had something similar in the past, that gives you a pretty good prediction model to work for in what's about to happen and understand how you can get the outcome that you want. So I hope that kind of helps understand a little bit of how experience ties in with the fear of the unknown, with the prediction models, and a number of these other concepts I've spoken about to try and help you improve the way you go about your world. Because the better you understand these and the more you can improve all of these things, the better your mental strength and your resilience is going to be. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit about how we go throughout our day, trying to predict our outcomes and how they inform our responses, our reactions, and some of the decisions that we come to. So I hope that helps, and I look forward to the next little presentation.